Thought about starting your own cashew farming business? It's a venture that carries a world of promise. Cashews, those delightful crescent-shaped nuts, have a global significance that's hard to ignore. They're not just a satisfying snack, but also a profitable crop, sought after worldwide. From the bustling markets of India to the culinary corners of the US, cashews are in high demand. This is due in part to their versatility in the culinary world, their health benefits, and their use in various industries. The global market value of cashews is growing, making cashew farming an increasingly profitable venture. Yes, cashew farming can be challenging, but the rewards are worth it. It's a business that can provide a sustainable income and contribute to global food security. So, now that you know the potential of cashew farming, let's get started on the steps to start your own cashew farm. Before starting a cashew farm, one must understand the basics. The cashew tree, scientifically known as Anacardium occidental, is a tropical evergreen tree that produces the cashew seed and the cashew apple. It's a fascinating plant, originally native to northeastern Brazil, but now grown in various parts of the world, specifically in areas with tropical climates. Now, let's talk about the climate. The cashew tree thrives in a hot and humid climate, which is why it's found in abundance in regions close to the equator. It can tolerate temperatures as high as 40 degrees Celsius and as low as 10 degrees Celsius. However, the most ideal temperature ranges between 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. Additionally, the tree needs a good amount of rainfall, around 1,000 to 2,000 millimeters annually for optimal growth. Moving on to the soil, cashew trees prefer well-drained, sandy or lateritic soils. They can also grow in soils with high salinity, making them suitable for coastal regions. However, they are not fans of waterlogging, so avoid areas prone to flooding or with poor drainage. The ideal soil pH for cashew growth is between 6 and 7. It's also worth noting that cashew trees love sunlight. They require a good amount of sunlight throughout the year, which is why they're often found in regions with longer daylight hours. A basic understanding of these factors, the cashew tree, the climate it thrives in, the type of soil it prefers, and the ideal temperature for its growth, is crucial to successful cashew farming. It's like a puzzle. Each piece is equally important. Get these basics right and you're halfway there. Once you're equipped with this basic knowledge, you're one step closer to starting your cashew farm. The success of your cashew farm greatly depends on the location you choose. A location with the right climate and soil conditions is paramount for your cashews to thrive. The best locations for cashew farming are those with a tropical climate. This is because cashews need temperatures between 20 and 30 degrees Celsius and at least 50 centimeters of annual rainfall. The soil is just as important as the climate. Cashews prefer well-drained, sandy or loamy soils. They do not tolerate waterlogged conditions. Testing your soil is a great way to ensure it has the right composition and pH for cashew trees. Soil testing can reveal deficiencies or excesses in nutrients, which can then be adjusted to create the optimal growing environment. Remember, choosing the right location is a fundamental step, but it's not the only factor that will determine your farm's success. Choosing the right location is crucial, but it's only the beginning. Now that you've got the location, it's time to plant your cashew seeds. Let's dig into the process of planting cashew seeds. Picture this, a hole dug about 1 foot deep and 2 feet wide. This is the ideal depth and width for each cashew seed to thrive. Now, these holes should be spaced about 25 to 30 feet apart from each other. This ensures that each plant has plenty of room to grow and spread its branches without competing for space. Once you've got your holes dug and spaced correctly, it's time to plant. Place each seed in its hole, then cover it with soil. The top of the seed should be about 2 inches below the surface. This depth is just right for the seedling to break through the soil and reach for the sun. Now let's focus on the care part. Once you've planted your cashew seeds, the real work begins. Regular watering is vital for the growth of your cashew plants. During the dry season, water the plants every 2 to 3 days. However, be mindful not to overwater, as this can cause the roots to rot. Weed control is another crucial aspect of cashew plant care. Weeds compete with your plants for nutrients and water. Regular weeding, especially in the early stages of growth, will ensure that your cashew plants get all the nourishment they need. As the plants grow, they may need some support. Staking the plants can help them grow upright and prevent them from falling over. Remember to check the stakes regularly to ensure they are still effective and not causing any damage to the plant. The cashew plant is a hardy one, but it does need a little help to reach its full potential. It's also worth noting that the plants should be monitored for pests and diseases. Early detection and treatment can save your plant and your future cashew harvest. With proper planting and care, your cashew plants will thrive. So get out there and start planting. Your cashew farm awaits. After months of hard work, it's finally time to reap the fruits of your labor. Harvesting is a crucial step in the cashew farming journey, and it is important to know when the cashews are ripe and ready to be harvested. Typically, cashews are ready for harvest when the apple, a swollen stem that houses the nut, changes color from green to red or yellow. This usually happens between 2 to 3 months after flowering. Another sign is when the nutshell hardens and the apple starts to droop. It's essential to harvest the cashews promptly when they're ripe, as delays can lead to the nuts falling to the ground and potentially being damaged or lost. The process of harvesting cashews involves carefully detaching the apple and nut from the tree. This is usually done by hand, using a long pole with a basket or net attached to catch the fallen fruits. It's a meticulous process that requires a keen eye and a gentle touch to avoid damaging the valuable cashews. However, harvesting is just the first step. Before cashews are ready for sale, they must be processed, which involves drying and roasting. Drying the cashews helps to preserve them and prevent the growth of fungi or other harmful organisms. The nuts are spread out in a single layer under the sun, turning them occasionally to ensure even drying. This process can take anywhere from 2 days to a week, depending on the weather. After the cashews are sufficiently dried, they are roasted to remove the hard outer shell and the toxic resin within it. This is usually done in a specially designed roasting machine, although traditional methods involving open fire can also be used. The roasted cashews are then cooled, and the inner shell is removed to reveal the edible kernel. Harvesting and processing cashews may be labor-intensive, but the end result is worth it. With patience and careful attention to detail, you can transform the fruits of your labor into delicious market-ready cashews. With your cashews ready for sale, the final step is marketing and selling. The world is your marketplace, and the channels for selling your cashews are as diverse as your imagination. From local markets to wholesalers, you have a plethora of options to choose from. Local markets offer you the chance to build direct relationships with your customers, while wholesalers can help you reach a larger audience. But don't overlook the power of the digital age. Online platforms can connect you with customers across the globe, increasing your reach exponentially. Whether you choose to sell on large e-commerce platforms or your own website, the digital world offers endless opportunities. However, selling isn't just about finding a buyer, it's about creating a brand and building relationships with your customers. Effectively market your cashews by emphasizing their quality, your farming practices, and the unique aspects of your produce. With the right marketing strategy, your cashew farming business will flourish. Starting a cashew farming business is no small feat, but with the right knowledge and resources, it's absolutely possible. We've walked you through the journey from understanding the basics of cashew farming to the nitty-gritty of planting, care, harvesting, and processing. Each step is crucial and builds upon the previous one, forming a solid foundation for your cashew farming venture. We've also discussed the importance of choosing the right location. Remember, the success of your crops largely depends on the quality of your soil and the suitability of your climate. And let's not forget marketing and selling. It's not just about growing cashews, but also about finding the right market for your produce. So as we wrap up, remember that all these steps are interlinked. They all play a pivotal role in ensuring that your cashew farming business is successful and sustainable. So, are you ready to start your cashew farming journey?
Turn on your notification so that anytime we release content, you'll be one of the first set of people to be notified.
Keep making money. See you at the top.